This song, Waterfall, transitions into the third song, Evil Woman, which I've already listened to. Happens to be one of my favorite songs, from Electric Light Orchestra. So let's dig right in, guys.
You made a fool of me, but the broken dreams have got to
Yeah, the piano. Let's go.
Hey, woman, you got the blues,
Okay.
'cause you ain't got no one else to use. There's an open road that leads nowhere, so
Yeah.
just make some miles between you and there. There's a hole in my head where the wind comes in.
Wow, guys. This
You
sounds
took
so
my
good.
body and played to win. Hi, hi, woman, crying shame, but you ain't got nobody else to blame.
Let's go.
Evil woman, evil woman, evil woman,
Okay.
evil woman. Rode in from another town.
Yeah, I love that part.
Goes too hard to settle down. But a fool and his money soon go separate ways. You found that blue line in the day. Hi, hi, woman, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Destroyed all the virtues that the Lord gave you. It's so good that you're feeling pain.
Wow.
You better get your face on board the very next train. Evil woman, evil woman, evil woman, evil woman.
Let's go.
Now you're trying to wail a different song. Hi, hi, honey, how you broke me up. You made the wine, now you drink the cup. Came running every time you cry. Oh, so love smiling in your eyes. Hi, hi, very nice to know that you ain't got no place left to go. Evil woman, evil woman, evil woman, evil woman, evil woman, evil
Okay. All right, guys. Yes, the third song, "Evil Woman." Like I said from the beginning, this is one song that I have listened to. Actually one of the songs that got me into electric light orchestras, music, and happens to be one of my personal favorite. And I guys have to say after listening to this song, all I have to say is, I mean, this song really, really hits that perfect sweet spot between pop sensibility and orchestral rock sophistication. Right from the bat, the instrumentation grabs you. There's no denying that. I mean, you got that driving rhythm guitar, that groovy clavinet riff, giving it this funky, almost disco tinged type of energy, layered beautifully under the lush, string arrangements, and that, you know, ELO is famous for. The strings don't just feel overbearing. They to me they complement the rock elements so well and give the song this cinematic larger than life type of quality. Vocally, Jeff Lynne really really delivers on here. His voice has that clear slightly nasal tone that I feel like that I feel like is instantly recognizable, but it's the emotion behind it, that carries the song. In my opinion, you can definitely feel the frustration and disappointment, in the lyrics, and yet there is this almost playful, irony, in the way he sings the chorus. The backing vocals, including the female, harmonies, definitely add depth and really really help lift the evil woman hook. Those repeated lines, to me are so catchy. They stick in your head, days. They stick in your head, for days. Yeah. So speaking of the lyrics, this song, is essentially, about being burned, by a manipulative lover. Certain lines in there, there's a hole, in my head, where the rain comes in, and you destroyed all the virtues, that the Lord gave you. I feel like those lines, give it that bittersweet, sort of punch. You can hear the hurt, but there's also a sense of empowerment, in calling her out. To me, it's kind of a scorned lover, sort of anthem, but it's done, in such a polished, accessible way that it doesn't feel bittersweet. It's just a sharp and memorable. Yes. Production wise, I have to say this is classic. Mid 70s. ELO. I mean, I love the fact that it's clean, it's tight and layered, without feeling, cluttered. You can definitely hear every, element, clearly. The rhythm section, the strings, the keyboards, and to me, it all blends, together seamlessly. The way the orchestral and rock elements, are fused, to me, it's just masterclass, in arrangement. Yes, all in all, Evil Woman to me, it's one of those tracks, and that really, really shows why, ELO or Electric Light Orchestra, became such a massive, band. It's catchy, it's emotional, and musically interesting, at the same time. It's not just a fun pop tune, if you ask me. I mean, it's clever, it's well crafted, and it definitely sticks with you long after it's over. Yeah. So if I had to sum everything up, in one line, this song proves that Electric Light Orchestra, could make orchestral rock, feel both grand and groovy, all at the same time. And honestly, I could totally see why, this was one of their first major hits. I mean, it's iconic and it still sounds fresh decades later. Guys, this song was released in 1975. Go figure. Yes, that's just me. That's just my thoughts. That's just my review about the song. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down the comment section.